Sanbonani, siyanamukela abafundi. Welcome back to day number 2 of our online visual tuition program. Today we are doing physical sciences and we hope that you enjoyed a lesson yesterday of mathematics. Should you miss a lesson, just know that our lessons will be uploaded on the YouTube channel of the Department of Education. Mathematics have been uploaded already. Welcome to our class of physical sciences, which will happen njalo ngolesibili from 5 o'clock till 7 p.m. On Wednesday, you will have history and English. On Thursday, you will have accounting. On Friday, you will have life sciences. Now, back to our story, physical sciences. Let us take you back in grade 10 when you added the subject physical sciences. You added this subject because you understood as a student that this is the subject and one and the only subject that makes you qualified to be called a science student. And when you added this subject in grade 10, you wanted to be a doctor, you wanted to be engineer, or you wanted to be careers are included in physical sciences. Now, we understand that throughout your learning period, there are categories or there are times where the subject seems difficult and seems hard. So we are here with Visual Tuition Program to close the gap that might have been open from grade 10 up until you are now in grade 12. We are here to make sure that we give you all the help that you need ukuze i-reason yakho yokukhetha lesi sifundo lesi is maintained. You do achieve your future goals and you do achieve your future careers. Let us make sure ukuthi siyasebenzisana every Tuesday from 5 till 7 p.m. and let us make sure that we understand that the physical sciences is our best subject. Now, physical sciences again is differentiated in 2 parts. There is number 1, physics part. There is paper 1. And we have paper 2, which focuses on the chemistry part of the physical sciences. I am Ulungelo Zulu and we'll be working mostly with paper 2. I have my colleague with me, Umtiyane Zenzeleni. He will be focusing mostly on paper 1. He will come and explain it at a later stage. So this is chemistry part. Chemistry is just separated into 2. There is a chemical change and metals and materials. Now, as you can see with chemical change has 92 marks out of 150 marks that you have as a matric student. 92 marks is a chemical change and 58 marks is matter and materials. But it is in our experience with the chemical change, students, they struggle with them because of our calculations that are done in paper 2. So we are here to break down these calculations and we are here to make sure that the stoichiometry is understood by all of us. Now let us look at the topics that are under chemical change. These are the topics that you have under chemical change. You have rate and extent of reaction. You have chemical equilibrium. You have acids and bases. You have stoichiometric calculations. So today again, we'll be focusing mostly on stoichiometric calculations, but I'll also let my colleague, Mr. Mtiane, to come and explain further on what we are expecting with paper 1. Thank you.
Okay, welcome students, colleagues, as well as parents in our virtual tuition fee program that's aimed to assist learners that will be writing a matric exam this year. Okay, I'm Mr. Mtiane, as Mr. Zulu has indicated. Okay, in your screen, there is a question and answer bar that you must click whenever you want to ask a question or you want to make some comments. We will try to respond to question as much as we can. And there is a register in that question and answer bar that you need to sign. You must make sure that you sign a register. That's an indication that you are present in this session. Okay, and the issue of language, we will be switching languages. We'll be using isiZulu and also using English, so that will accommodate all learners across the province. Okay, I will be focusing on paper 1. Okay, in paper 1, we have these topics. We have mechanics, which contributes 65 marks, and waves sound and light that contributes 15 marks towards your examination, and electricity and magnetism that contributes 55 marks, and matter and materials. So here across all these topics, you see that mechanics contributes lots of marks in your examination. So we will focus more on mechanics, because if you have mastered mechanics, then you will have high chances to pass physical sciences paper 1. Okay, what are the topics that are under mechanics? Okay, the topics that are under mechanics that contain these 65 marks. It's momentum and impulse that was done in term 1, and vertical processual motion also done in term 1, as well as Newton's laws also was done in term 1. Now we are left with work, energy, and power. Therefore, that is the first topic that we are going to do in our lesson for paper 1, which is work, energy, and power. But our lesson for paper 1 is not today, it's on the other day. I hope you have the timetable of knowing when are we going to do our work, energy, and power lesson. So for today, we are going to focus, or we are going to do the stoichiometry, the understanding on the stoichiometry, as well as the stoichiometric calculations. Let me hand over to Mr. Zulu to explain the stoichiometry.
Thank you, Mr. Msiane. Just a quick reminder, students, under Q&A, there's a link for registration purposes. Make sure that you fill in that form so that you can be registered and you can be marked as present in this particular lesson. And disclaimer, there will be a switching of a language between isiZulu and English, because this program is meant to cater for everyone in the KZN. And these two are the most spoken languages in the KZN. Now, let us get to the business of the day, because it is now showtime. Stoichiometry. Now, here is this topic, ladies and gentlemen, that even if you pronounce it, you become scared. Maybe even some of us can't even write stoichiometry correctly. And immediately that happens, you feel like this section is extremely difficult. No, we are here to tell you that this section is the most basic section in stoichiometry, or in chemical equations. Now, stoichiometry has been our daily lives from the day you were born. Take a look at this, for example. Let us say you went to school and your parents, they gave you 10 rand in the morning. And now when usubuyele ekhaya, you have 3 rand. Malino yena eskoleni, 10 rand. Malino buyele na ekhaya, 3 rand. And now your parents are asking you, how much did you use in school? Usebenzise malini eskoleni? Begu 10 rand, wabuye muva no 3 rand. The answer is very simple. Usebenzise 7 rand. Grade 12. That is exactly what stoichiometry is about. Stoichiometry is about knowing how much was used and how much was formed, basically. So if you can answer the question, you've used 7 rand, then you can answer stoichiometry, immense reactile, ingakanani. Simple as that. Now let us look at the case number 2 of stoichiometric application in our daily lives. You finish school at 3 p.m. You are very hungry. And then you rush home. You know yourself, most probably you eat like 12 slices of bread for you to be full. So you go home, you find only 3 slices of bread that is present. Unfortunately, you don't have a choice. It's only 3 slices of bread that you have to use. Now, you know if you eat these 3 slices of bread, which means the slices of bread that are available as a limiter ihangale onayo, or a limiter ini ukusutha kwakho. But that is the only slices of bread that is available. That is exactly what happens in stoichiometric calculations. You can have reactant available, but mostly amanyama reactants that are available will also limit a reaction that happens. But let us look at a definition of stoichiometry under paper 2. Stoichiometry is a concept in chemistry. It's just a concept in chemistry that deals with calculating. So this should be very clear that in stoichiometry we are dealing with calculations. So you have to know in this particular section so that you can get marks. You are calculating the amount of substances that are involved in the chemical reaction. You only deal with the substances that are involved in the chemical reactions. And there are only 2 substances that are involved in the chemical reactions, namely reactant and product. So we can't now say the section is difficult and the section only deals with 2 things. So we need to break it down further. Chemical reaction is a process whereby one or more substances called the reactant. So you can have a reactant to be one on your left-hand side of the equation, but there can be more than one. Now, what is happening to the reactants? Reactants are transformed into new substances. The substances that are new, they are called products. Where are the products found in the chemical equation? They are found on the right-hand side of the chemical equation. So that's all we are dealing with. And we know what you understand, we go to number reactants, number products. But the main focus here, we go to what part of the reactants that we use stoichiometry when we are dealing with our calculations. Now, reactants are the starting substances. Remember, we have reactants and products. So let us start by defining reactants. Let us understand our reactants so that we can know when we are giving information sibala kanjani. Because that's where it is lost, my students. It is lost in the concept. We get some incorrect. So reactants are the starting substances. Ama-reactant into oqala ngayo i-reaction. So even at T0, ama-reactants are there available for the reaction. Ikambi yaqala nje i-reaction yakho, ama-reactant asuke senjani asekhona. So you need to always remember that, my students. Ama-reactant itikali reaction asuke senjani asekhona already initially. So at T0 or at the initial phase, if you were to imagine ama-reactant ekhanda lakho, there should be somewhere up there as a number ukuthi they are available. Even noma reaction ingakoqala, ithi yaqala asekhona vele wona already. But what is happening kuma-reactants as reaction iqhubeka? Ama-reactant as reaction iqhubeka, they are used up because they have to form any ama-product. So that number you started with kuma-reactant has to decrease. Why does it decrease? Kumele ibe used up so that it can form any products. Listen, these reactants are then changed during the reaction. So the change le eyenzakalayo kuma reactants ayenzeki before reaction iqale and ayenzeki reaction uma isiphelile. Yenzeka i-reaction isenzeka isakwi process of forming these products. And these new substances bese siyawafoma kanjalo ama products. But let us continue so that we can even look at a graphical understanding of the concepts. Now, we have already alluded to that ama-reactant is what you begin with. That is very important. It's what you begin with in a chemical reaction. So that means initially at T0, this is what we were talking about, you have ama-reactants. And as the reaction progresses, they get used up. Now, what does it mean they get used up? They decrease in value. This is what it means used up. They decrease in value. So the initial reactants, iwona hleze makhulu because immediately reaction iqala ayehlika in value. Point number 2. When the reactant is used up completely, angithi akhona are available. So 2 things can happen. 1, it's either le reactant ekhona available will be used up yonke, or le reactant ekhona available, only a portion of it will be used. That is all. You have a reactant and they are up there because asuke khona reaction imikala. It's either whatever we have available at the beginning, all of it will be used, or some of it will be used and some of it will be left. When a reactant is used up completely, yonke, this is called a limiting reactant. Very important. And the reason ibizwa nge-limiting reactant ingoba ukuphela kwayo in a chemical reaction, it now limits a reaction from ukuqhubeka grade 12. That is why ibizwa nge-limiting reactant. Once yaphela ne-reaction iyayeka ukwenzeka, it's being limited. Number 3, when a reactant is not used up completely, so this reactant is not used up completely, so some of it is left, we call the reactant excess reactant. Because it was extra, some of it remained the chemical reaction. Akuyona yonke esebenzile. And you remember, in a reaction, we only focus on the part that reacted. Ukhuluma ngento that was used. So uma ukhuluma nge-excess reactant, then sasine understanding ukuthi lena hayi yonke ukuthi izosebenza. It's only a small portion of it or a part of it will react or will be used. So awukwazi ukuthatha i-excess reactant and use initial wakhona when you are doing any calculations. Because calculations ethu afocusa with information that's reacted when you are dealing with reactant. Now, it is important to remember that when working with calculation using the information of the reactant, you ask yourself, what part of the information that they are giving me reacted? Because not all the initial information that is given will be used in that particular reaction. Okay, now let us look at it graphically. Let us draw a graph of reactants as the time progresses in a chemical reaction. So you have time in minutes, and maybe you are talking about the mass of the substance in grams. Okay, now they can give you mass grams in an exam, but you need to remember in paper 2, mass should be in grams before you perform any calculations. So should they try to trick you by giving you a mass that is not in grams when you check your y-axis, then you need to convert that mass to grams before you begin calculations. Uyeke njengoba injalo kwigraph yakho, uyeke ufike uyithathe leyo number, kodwa before uyoqala ukubala, make sure you convert leyo mass to grams so that your calculations will be correct. Now, this is graphical representation. Le graph lena, reactant, bantabam. We said it's the graph of reactant. Now, what does that mean? It means le graph yethu kumele iqale phezulu ngoba when reaction iqala reactant asuke senjani? Asuke sekhona. So let us sketch it. So this graph needs to start somewhere ngaphezulu, not lana kubani ku-0. Because as ufunda la kwi-y-axis ufunda i-mass yakho, as ufunda kwi-x-axis ufunda ini isikhathi sakho. So awukwazi uqala reactant here at 0 batabami ngoba uma waqala at 0 you are saying asuke ngekho i-reaction uma iqala. Kanti when i-reaction iqala asuke khona reactant. So it has to start somewhere up there. Let us say it starts at 5 grams. Now, kwenzakalani reaction as the time progresses, this 5 grams is used up, which means it has to decrease in value exponentially ngoba ukudecrease kwakhona akulingani. It don't have to be a straight line. Let us use it. It decreases, it decreases, it decreases up until it reaches 0. So at this particular time, let us say at 3 minutes. Now, u3 lona representa isikhathi, which means it took 3 minutes for le reaction lena ukuze iqede le reactant. Why is it iqediwe le reactant? Ingoba isuke ku5 yehlika yaze yafika ku0. So lo 3 na don't think owe-mass. Lo 3 lona owesikhathi. It's actually how long this reaction took. But you by mass at this 3 minutes, iwu0 i-mass. Ngoba uyazi ukuthi along i-x-axis the y value is 0 and uy wethu lana is the mass. Now, let us try to calculate i-mass reactile. Let us try to calculate i-mass reactile. Because this is chemical reaction, we deal with a substance that has actually reacted. Let me erase here. It shouldn't look like molar mass. Small m reacted. Okay, so sikale nge-mass ewu-5 grams. Saqeda nge-mass ewu-0 lapha ku-3 minutes. Ingakanani i-mass reactile? Look at it in simpler terms. Uqale no-5 randi, wagoduka wayekhaya ungasanamali. Shuthi imali yakho uyiqede yonke. So nalana-ke it will be the same concept. You started with an initial mass of 5 and your final mass is now 0 and the reaction stops. Ngoba limiting reactant isiphelile. So mass reacted will then be the mass that you had initially minus the mass that is left final. So for this graph, the mass that we have initially 5 and the mass that we have final ubani 0, which then means mass yethu that reacted 5 grams. Now, These 5 grams, Batabam, and these 5 grams, don't look at them the same. Lo 5 grams, we got it after performing a calculation. Lona, it's what was given initially. So you have to perform this calculation in order for you to get the reacted mass. This is the 5 grams that will be used when you are doing a stoichiometric calculations. The initial one. It is just that here, sitting asalanga lutho, when uzobone ngathi lo 5 yilona obula phayana ekuqaleni, which is a misconception, especially when you are dealing with other graphs. Now, since this reactant is used up completely, it means this reactant is the limiting reactant according to the definition. Why we limiting reactant? It's because it's used up completely. How long did it take for this reactant to be used up? It took 3 minutes. So that's how you can just read this graph. And then how easy it is to look at the graphical representation of a reactant. But I agree with you, this is not the only type of a reactant that you have. This graph only represents the reactant that is the limiting. But what about the reactant that is in excess? Let us draw that graph as well. Let us draw that graph as well, so that you can see uma excess, what actually happens with reactant yakho. Remember, for the limiting reactant, it's used up completely, none of it is left. And for the excess, part of it will be left and part of it will be used up. Now, okay, before we go to our next slide, let us complete what we're doing here. This is what we're doing for the limiting reactant. Now, let us look at our second graph. And this is time in minutes. Time can be seconds as well. It can be hours. It will depend on the information that is given. And now let us look at moles. Let us say they give us number of moles. Let us say they give us number of moles, because they can give you mass, number of moles. They can also give you concentration. Let us say our initial mass, our initial moles for this particular reactant is 3 moles. Now the reaction is starting at T0, the reaction starts. You have with 3 moles. Ngobani? Ngoba leni graph ye reactant and umikale reaction ama reactant asuke khona. What will happen to that 3 moles? It will decrease in value. Ngoba as the reaction progresses, ama reactants are being used up and ama products are being formed. So our graph will now look like this. Ikonde laphayana needs to be constant here. Why is it constant? Why is it constant, grade 12? You are correct. It is because limiting is iphelile, okusho ukuthi le excess, it is now just left reacting with nothing. So there will be no change in the number of moles yayo uma ingareacti nalutho. Now, let us calculate the reacted moles. Why are we saying it's the reacted moles now, not reacted mass? It's because what they gave us lana eceleni ama number of moles. Now, the reacted moles will be equal to a number of moles that you had initially minus a number of moles that are left final. It's a mass, but you have a number of moles. So the number of moles that you had initially, ubani, 3, we got it from here because this information represented the number of moles. So 3 minus ama final moles ethu kubani oku1. Okusho ukuthi ama number of moles are reactile lana awubani awu2 moles, which is what you will use for calculation. And now you will get full marks because lo reacted ekumele moving ngawo equation is now correct. Now let us go back here. Since lana kungasashintshi, you observe that there's no change in this graph. It means something. There's no change in this graph. I said decrease in reactant yakho. Now, what is the reason for it to have no change? Simple. The reaction has reached completion. I-reaction yakho isifike ekugcineni. But why reaction yakho isifike ekugcineni? That is the most powerful reason. I-reaction yakho why isifike ekugcineni? Why this reactant is no longer reacting? And the answer is simple. It's because yona isasele, but the other reactant is completely finished. Ayisekho ezoreacta nayo. So the reason i-reaction iphela ingoba i-limiting has been completely used up. This is the reason i-reaction yakho iphela. Has been used up completely, all of it. Now, what about this reactant? So since this reactant started with 3 and ended with 1 mole, it means some of it is left, which means a graph like this engayi ku-0. I-graph ephelela nje la phezulu, leyo graph kuzobe kweyani? Kweye excess reactant. Uma kweye excess reactant, do you take that initially and work with it? No. Do you take this one and work with it? No. What do you take? The change from 3 to 1, ngoba that is the only part that reacted to form your particular product. So this is a graphical representation of the reactant. Let us move on to the next slide. Let us look at the limiting reactant in a broader view so that you can understand it even in pictures. So let us consider a reaction of 1:1 mole ratio for simplicity. So where you have 4 mole of ions and you have 3 moles of ubani usulfur. Now this reaction uyabona now ukuthi okay uma yenzeka la lo uzohamba nalo ahambe nalo ahambe nalo bese yasala lo. So this one will be left. Why? Because this one has been finished. So this is limiting law ongala. So that is why the concept of limiting is very important. Even what is formed on the right hand side, it excludes the one that is in excess. It's been excluded. Why? Because yena has not reacted in this reaction. Nampa Nkosi yami aba-includiwe who actually partnered in this particular reaction. So you need to understand that nothing in limiting reactant. Now every reactant that will be used and every product that will be formed is based on the limiting reactant. Okay, let us rewind our slide. It is very important to remember that when the initial information is given of a limiting reactant, just like the graph that we drew on our previous slide, we were given the initial information and we knew the information limiting, but all of it was used up. So you equate that initial information to any reactant information. Ngoba before you perform the calculations, you need to know how much reacted. So don't take your initial njengobunjalo. Calculate, do a calculations, ungavilaphi. Let us look at our next point. But when you are given information access, again, we are stressing grade 12, do not just take that initial information, but rather perform a calculation looking for the reacted part of the information. How do you calculate that part of the calculation? You say initial mass, initial moles, it will depend what you are given. Besu minus the final moles, which are the moles that will be at the end of the reaction that will be remaining. So when you are dealing with moles, your equation will say reacted moles is equal to initial moles minus final moles. When you are given a mass, you will say a reacted mass is equal to initial mass minus a final mass. So we are just summarizing what we're doing there with graphical representation, which is very important, as we will do now my examples towards the end. Right. So let us look at this particular question from May-June NSC paper 2, 2025. Extracted there. Now, it's not to do this question, but it is to use the information esesinayo encane isilekelele ngoku-understand this particular information. Now, what can we understand from this information in grade 12? We can understand that both of what we are given, remember, y-axis we are given a mass of the reactant. Now, do we believe that these are the reactants? Yes, we believe. Why? Because initially they start at a particular number. They don't start at 0. That's what a that's what a reactant is. It's what you begin with in a reaction. But now, will you take wonke lo 14,2 na bese ubala ngawo to reactile? No. Ngobani? Ngoba we understand that the initial mass that we are given may not be equal to the mass that's reacted. So what will you do in that particular question? You will first relax, look at the graph, then perform a calculation for calculating the reacted part of the mass. So asibukeni leyo kuqala ke lena esuka ku 41,2, this one. So let us highlight it red. So nayi inyuke nayi. Yeah, iqala nje la bese iyehlika. So should ya carbon dioxide. So you will write down when you are unpacking your concept. It's okay, carbon dioxide, I'm looking for mass reacted. Why you am looking for a mass reacted? Because that is the mass I will be using in my calculations. Now, mass reacted. Mass reacted is equal to the initial mass that I'm given. Aling formula yami, mass initial minus a mass final. Okay, so initially carbon dioxide ikubani iku 41,2 grams. Why lo 41,2 siuthatha njengobunjalo bantu bami? Siuthatha njengobunjalo lo ya 41,2 ngoba ikuma grams already. What if ibingekho kuma grams? Bengizoqale ngiyiconvert ibe kuma grams before ngiyibhala lapha yana kwi formula yami. But here uzoyithatha njengobunjalo ngoba vele it is already in grams. You will then subtract the final mass. Here is the final mass. Now I like to know conjugation. 9. So it's now we mass x yona. So you will subtract x. As you can see, this will be a mass that actually reacted. It's correct. But see, I'm not getting the final number. It is okay. It means in this particular question, you will be solving for this x. So go right to my totally final number. It's not always about numbers. It is about understanding the concept. So this is the mass number of moles ayo carbon dioxide, and we move ngayo equation. But remember, the aim is not to solve this question. It is to unpack so far from this question. Now, let us look at another reactant. Ikhona nenye reactant lana. Yes, ikhona. Why is it ikhona? Ngoba sinenye graph eqala lapha yana phezulu. Let us use a different color for that graph. Let us use blue because Manchester is blue, right? Okay. So if we use the one that is blue now, nayi iqala lapha yana kwi 14 bese yehla ngoba iba used up yehle izifike la ingasashintshi khona. Again, why ingasashintshi ingoba kunenye reactant limiting esiphelile. Okay, now ubani lona ucarbon. Asibaleni imass yakhe kucarbon esoyisebenzisa kuma calculations. Let us use this open part here. So sesibalela ba manje ucarbon, not carbon dioxide. So indicator into ebalelayo so that you can easily follow your calculation. Now, mass reacted for bani for carbon. But why is Bali mass reacted? It is simple. So that you can know the mass as a substitute bese senza ngayo ama calculations. Now, ubaniki formula yakho. Iti formula yami, I will take the initial mass ngoba iyona engiqale ngayo ngimayinaze i-final mass okuyiyona engigcine ngayo ukuze ngizothola i-mass esebenzile in a particular reaction. So here, i-mass initially iubani sikhuluma ngegraph eblue ungakhohlwa, you 14 grams. Sizothatha njengobunjalo leya 14? Yes, sizothatha njengobunjalo. Why sizothatha njengobunjalo? Because we are given ukuthi mass is already in grams. You don't need to convert. So you'll say 14 minus i-mass esigcine ngayo, then uyayaqo laphayana kwi-y axis yakho usiyabona ukuthi igcine laphayana ku 4,44 grams. Okay, so you subtract 4,44 grams. Now, if now you are noticing here, you can notice that here asinayo inamba ephathekayo of the mass that is reacted, but here we will have a number that is reacted. So kuzobobanike lana 9,55 grams, which is different from layer 14 obona graph, which is different from layer 4,44 obona graph. So that is why you always calculate mass reacted. Sorry guys, it needs to be 9,56 there. Chemistry is now nice, we forget a little bit of maths. Okay, let us go back here. Now, what will you do in this question? As we are just talking. Uzothatha le mass,